Some days I can't say why I'm feeling lonely.
Okay.
Some days I
Serenaded the world with his voice, sold more than 30 million albums worldwide. He's out with his 8th full-length studio album, Bridges. We are so happy to have him here.
Please welcome Joe Grow. I'll stop now. Josh Groban.
I love the nicknames this morning.
We can't stop abbreviating.
I really?
Yeah. Did you notice?
Well, I have noticed. I have noticed.
Congratulations.
Yes,
all the thing.
Yes, very top of the morning to you, or very end of the evening to you, however you'd like to call it.
Thank you for getting up so early for us.
It's
I know
my
you've
pleasure.
Had a super busy, exciting year.
But busy's great. Busy's better than
great.
bored.
You're right. You're right.
I'm
and
so lucky.
You started a Tony-nominated play. Then you co-hosted the Tonys.
Yes.
You're working with the Tony on a TV show.
That's
and
right.
now here you are
Yes.
with your 8th studio album.
Yes.
So is it true that this sort of the catalyst served while you were actually on Broadway? Because you were doing the
Yes.
same thing night after night, which
Yeah.
you loved.
Yeah.
But you needed a change.
Well, yeah, I mean, and that's kind of been a running theme for me in my career, is that anytime I feel burnt out on a particular thing, even if it's a very successful particular thing,
Yeah.
I always feel like I need to switch gears a little bit, get myself scared again, put myself into a place that surprises me, surprises my fans, hopefully, and then I refill the tank for something else, and then it inspires me. So yeah, I was in a dressing room, for almost 300 performances, getting ready to go out and do the same show, which I adored the show. But I had a ton of ideas in my iPhone, and by the end of that run, I took my final bow, and I went right into the studio, and I said, all right, I got things to say, let's do it. Yeah.
And with we're asking this off, I'm curious, you have a song in Italian,
French.
song in
Yeah.
French,
Spanish.
Yeah.
You have some great people joining you on this.
Yeah.
Your Forever Crush, Sarah McLachlan, is
McLachlan.
on.
Oh, yeah.
I'm forever angry at you right now.
Yeah.
I can't lie.
I don't blame you. I'm jealous of me, too, on that one. I've loved Sarah's voice for so many years. I was so lucky that she came out on tour with me a couple summers ago. And we sang the Snow Patrol song, Run, every night on tour. And it was my favorite moment of the show every night. And just being able to blend voices with her is incredible. Singing in the different languages just came about from the classical training I had when I was younger. Singing in those languages just opens up my voice in a way that is very different, allows me to express a song in a different way. And then the rest of them are quite personal. I wrote 9 out of the 12 songs on this one. So, it was a real labor of love.
And then back to Italian, Andrea Bocelli. My
Yeah.
gosh, what a beautiful ballad. You two are just...
Thank you.
It gives you instant goosebumps.
Thank you.
So
Well,
that was done, was it in tandem in his
Yeah,
studio
he was
in Italy?
in Italy, I was in Los Angeles, and, that was a duet 20 years in the making. My first big break with David Foster was standing in for Andrea when I was 17 years old at the Grammys, and so, I remember shaking his hand backstage and just thinking, like, what a cool experience this is. Well, back to high school,
Right.
And, all these years later, I could have never predicted where my life and my career would have gone, and to have a song aptly titled We Will Meet Once Again with the two of us was just such a full circle thrill for me.
What's it like trying to sing together, a duet, but across the
Well,
pond?
I mean, everything you need to do is in your head, is in your headphones. I mean, you're blending voices, and for a song that's again so personal and so my favorite thing is singing duets, because when you can bounce off somebody, and especially if it's somebody who maybe comes from a different world of music than you do, and you're hearing how you sound and how you blend together for the first time, there's that instinct that kicks in, and that magic language that transcends anything, and it's really, really quite powerful to experience.
Let's talk about the tour. So
Sure.
you're touring with Adina Menzel.
Yeah.
Will you have any Canadian dates
That's
right now?
the
We're
plan.
just seeing the American dates,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
we're hoping.
That's the plan. We always release kind of the first leg, and we kind of needed to kind of see where scheduling things panned out, but it's looking like I'm going to have some time after the first of the year, and the plan is to come back here and do some shows.
Good.
Some long-awaited shows again here after first year.
For all the Canadian Grobanites, we had a tweet this morning. 3 of them followed you to New York City for a signing. So desperate to have you perform here.
I met them there. Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
They said, yeah, we were here from Canada. Hop, skip, and a jump. Just an hour flight from New York here.
Thank you. Come visit often.
I will. Yeah, exactly.
Sarah with you, if you don't
Exactly. Yeah, I'll bring the sunlight with me next time too.
Please do. Also, could we just have a little shout out to your dog Sweeney, who recently celebrated his 14th birthday?
Ah, 14th birthday. Where's the birthday boy? There he is.
Oh, Sweeney. And I love this photo.
His best life. Living his best life.
Check out the next one, guys. You said your true love. Sorry, ladies. There's only space for Sweeney.
I love my fur baby.
Okay. Look, I love this one.
Oh yeah, we're doing. Yeah, we emulated that famous photo. Yes, we got a real bromance going on, he and I.
You're hilarious.
And he's been on 4 tours with me, and he was in the studio with me for every recording of this on this album.
Aww.
He was laying right there on the floor. So if you crank it up loud enough, you can hear his breath, his horrible smelling breath.
And
We gotta
is he
get
up
that
on stage
checked
with
out.
you as well?
He has come up on stage with me. We got him a security vest, so he could go up and
all access.
you lay
pass.
down the muscle when he needs to. Yeah. He's very intimidating when he wants to be.
Well, you know what? You are just so out there, so talented. Come back anytime.
for
Bring
having
this
me.
up.
Thanks.
Make sure to pick up Josh's 8th studio album. Again, it's called Bridges. It's out right now. JoshGroban.com for more information. To follow on social media. You're hilarious.
Oh, thank you very much.
A pleasure, Josh.
A pleasure's mine. Thanks.
Thank you. Right now,
Thank
we're
you
going to
very
throw
much.
things over to Stell.